6. You got it?
Call the meeting to order. I pledge allegiance to the United States. Kayla, can you please do roll call?
Supervisor Koval,
Here.
Supervisor Wartner,
Here.
Chairperson Friday,
Here.
Supervisor Ferguson,
Here.
and Supervisor Joy is absent.
All right, I can verify that proper notice was given. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion.
Second. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Public comment limited to 15 minutes total, 3 minutes per person with no time donations, agenda items only. Is there any public comment? All right. Number 7, announcements. The Dar Boys and Girls Club are seeking donations to replace a leaky aging roof. There's information in the town hall office. Also for the month of October, City Limits and Golden Sands and Waterfront gas stations will be donating 1 cent per gallon sold. I will be attending the WTA workshop on Thursday in Green Bay. Board of Appeals training. I completed with 5 of the 7 members a couple weeks ago. It was well received. We'll be doing the other 2 next week. And anyone is welcome to attend. It'll be next week, Wednesday, the 25th at 3:30 here at the town hall. The Tyco JCI update has been uploaded to the website. Since last month, they are now at 124 replacement wells requested to date, which are 3 additional from last month. 75 wells installed, which is 12 additional from last month. DNR said that they have no substantive updates since the last board meeting to share. And we are still in litigation, so nothing to update from that standpoint. Number 8, Marinette County Judge Peggy Miller wanted to introduce herself.
Hello, I am Judge Peggy Miller, and I just wanted to come and introduce myself so you can have a face with the name. I took bench on August 1st. Prior to that, I had been the court commissioner, registered probate for about 6 years. So I had some experience on bench before I came to the bench. I do live in Marinette. I the opportunity to be able to work with the I appreciate and introduce myself.
Thank you. Minute approval. So this is on pages 1 and 2 of your packets. Is there any opposition to approving the minutes as they stand? Then we'll go by unanimous consent. Number 10, fire department report. This is in your packet, but Mike, if you want to address.
Okay, so we did have 11 calls last meeting. Those are detailed in my report that is in your packets. I'll go into those. Under apparatus and equipment status, both our tender 234, our older tender, we had to complete some exhaust work on that. Through Frank's logging, and then today, 235 was checked out and we did not have batteries, so we had batteries replaced on our newer tender today. Annual pump testing is scheduled for this Friday at our station here at the town hall. And then we did put in a new hydrant, new dry hydrant down on Maple Ridge, Maple Hill Lane, thanks to road change over in Colin Ortner and some of our firefighters. So that's a new water source we have in our town that we previously did not have before. We participated and conducted a number of trainings this month for firefighters. Water supply and dry hydrant operations training was completed. Vehicle extrication was completed. Shout out to RDR Auto Salvage for letting us out a bunch of old scrap vehicles with the salvage yard. And then a number of us participated at the university this last weekend in some active shooter response training, which is a countywide training for fire, law enforcement, and EMS throughout the county. So it was very valuable in case we ever have an incident like that. unfortunately, seems to be happening more and more across the country. So we're trying to be prepared for that here too. Under fire prevention and education, we completed the last of our fire smoke alarm installations. That we've been running that program through a grant over the last year. We installed about 50 smoke alarms for both period start. Fundraising and donations are just a reminder or an announcement that we are going to be conducting a local open house. That will be on Saturday, October 5th, from 10 to 2 here at Town Hall and Fire Station. And then we're continuing with our cash raffle as well. So we have tickets available for that. Yeah. Under personnel, just one application pending right now that we just received, and we're standing at 23 firefighters. Unless there's any questions, go ahead.
All right. Constable report is on page 4 of your packet. There were 4 calls for dogs at large, a rubbish and welfare check, a check for dog license, pollution of soil, neighbor nuisance, and then another rubbish. Building inspector, there were 2 additional building permits issued in August for a total of 74 year to date. And Marinette County report, I don't see anybody here from the Marinette County. Number 11, treasurer report. So that was in your packet. Is there any opposition to approving that treasurer report as presented? And we will go by unanimous consent. You also received a copy of all of the bills. Can I get a motion to pay?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? And Jody, I don't know if you want to address anything about the new system or,
So I know I sent the budget versus actuals out to you. We are still working on it, so it isn't a perfect report right now. Definitely by our October 10th budget hearing, we have everything in order so that, it's supposed to be easier. Doesn't look like it right now, but it's.
and then just in reference to that budget workshop in October, you know, start putting together your wish list. What I'd really like to do is, you know, itemize things out so that for next year, if there's something that we approve this year, then it's good to go. So if there are things that you're looking for, bring those items up during the workshop. Number 12, Marinette County tax collection. So that's on pages 6 through 9. On August 27th, the county board meeting approved increasing the tax collection fees beginning with 2024 and 2025 collection period. The flat base fee will increase from 250 to 500. And then a per parcel fee will increase from 85 cents to $1.20. Jody calculated that it will cost the town approximately an extra almost $1,600 a year. So for a total of approximately $5,140.
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Yep, I'll have you sign here and then you can just pass it right back down to Jody for the signature. on the
Okay.
bottom.
You can pass that down to Jody to have her sign the bottom. And then number 13. So last year during the budget workshop and hearing, we had talked about, we allotted 95,000 to the fire department. Was 65,000 planned to go for the new fire truck and then 30,000 for the air packs if the grant was not received. And talking with Mike that if we're not awarded it by October 1st, we would like to approve the 30,000 for the air packs. Will it definitely be, or could it be awarded after October 1st? It was just that we need to get on ordering them. Is that what the case was?
So I checked the FEMA website, they have key grants, so all grants will be awarded by September 3rd.
Okay,
So.
yeah,
If the federal government wants to do work, which not gonna work. Yeah. We're hoping to hear by,
sure.
if we don't hear by October 1st, we'd like to place the order for the air packs, and then if for some reason 2 weeks later we're awarded a grant, we
Then-
can ask the order,
Sure,
and I don't think that's the top of them. But he's holding the price for us.
but you wouldn't cancel the order, would you? It'd just be a
Well,
matter of, or,
We kind of asked the order for 3 air packs.
Okay. oh, gotcha,
So
gotcha,
we would tell them we're asking the order for 3, we might
sure,
not go through the
okay, sure, okay. So I make a motion that if we have not been awarded the 30,000, that we go ahead and order, authorize purchase of 3 air packs. If we are not awarded the FEMA grant, then we authorize the purchase of 3 air packs for approximately $30,000. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Number 14, so ordinance self-publishing software. This is something that in talking with Attorney Spangenberg, we were talking about how it would be nice if there was software out there that we could just update our ordinances in real time. And when we first reached out to Civic Plus, who does our ordinances currently, I don't know if there was a miscommunication, but they completely missed what we were looking for. But I did a further Google search and saw that they do offer this. Another facility that offers it is Encode Plus. So Kayla and I both watched demos on both of them. We were highly impressed with Encode Plus. Seemed to be very user-friendly. They offer support.
Keep a historical archive.
Good.
We can look up like, hey, what did our ordinances look like on July 1st of 2021? And
Mhm.
it'll pull up an archive sheet that we can know what it looked like then compared to what it looks like now.
So we
Many
would,
changes that have been made.
so rather than having a book that you just keep track of all of the paper, hard copies of everything, and you have to search for something if you want to know when something changed, this would all be online. So I think it's something we should really consider. We got a quote from one company. They've already come down considerably on their quote. We're just waiting for the other one. So I will be bringing this up at the next meeting, maybe at the budget workshop. We can kind of discuss it and see if we want to allow for that. And then I'll look for approval at October or at what month
Yeah.
are we in? October's meeting. Any questions on that at all? Okay. Number 15, comprehensive plan update. We had a meeting with the Plan Commission last night. I want to commend the Plan Commission. That was our second almost 2-hour meeting that we've had. But it was really, it went very well. So this is our previous comprehensive plan. It's a 20-year comprehensive plan. It's supposed to be updated every 10 years, and this one was updated in 2007. So we are behind. They said that there's been a lot of confusion about the 20-year comprehensive plan, so they're actually taking that off from here on out. So it'll just say comprehensive plan. This one includes city and town of Peshtigo, and what Bay Lakes is recommending is that we only focus on the town. So this is going to be probably anywhere from a 12 to 18-month process. It just kind of depends on how quickly we move through. But we had our first meeting last night, and the public, other board members are invited to attend these meetings. They will be noticed. Anything else that should be mentioned?
Thought it was very informative. I really didn't know what to expect going into it, but I learned a lot. Our new one is gonna be like 1/8 of that size, which is glorious. And I'm just, I think a lot of good things can come out of it, once we have it up to date and usable. So,
And then something to consider of how often, they said sometimes municipalities will say they want to look at it every 3 years or something, just so that it doesn't become a book that sits on the shelf, such as this one. So,
And they write grants.
and yes, they assist with writing grants. They do grant administration. So that was all very good to hear too.
they
So,
did say that we'll have more opportunity to win grants or to be granted grants. I don't know how you phrase that, whatever.
awarded
Awarded
grants.
grants, based on if it's in our comprehensive plan and then we go for a grant on that specific item, you're a lot more likely to be awarded because you have like a plan for it. Like, hey, this has been in our comprehensive plan. It's something that we've been looking into doing. We're serious about this. So a lot of times like putting that verbiage in there is actually really helpful, so.
So again, any board members, residents, please, make your views known as to what the town of Peshtigo should look like over the next 20 years. Number 16, so there's a proposed ordinance change to section 48.7. This is in your packet, page 10. So again, the highlighted portions are what's changed in here. So it's either added or crossed out. For all of them, and this was done in conjunction with discussing with the building inspector as well as the plan commission last night. And this is what we came up with, that if it is abutting up to a more restrictive zoning district, so like if you have an industrial district next to a residential, that they follow the setbacks for the more restrictive zone. That projecting signs, they felt that the 100 square feet would be quite large, so bringing it down to 50 was appropriate. Also making the statement that they should not visually obstruct the public right of way. Added in a pylon signs designation. And the building inspector had sent pictures to me to help me understand the difference between, so a ground sign clearly sits on the ground. But then the pylon sign is, it can be on a single pole or 2 poles, and it's like what you see at any of the gas stations or, anything that's raised above. So the building inspector really recommended having a separate pylon sign designation. Any questions? Otherwise, I make a motion that we approve this as written.
And you're going up to 50 feet,
What's that?
50 feet instead of 20.
So the pylon signs is a whole new one. So that was 300 square feet. Yeah, but yes, it goes up to 50 feet.
And one thing I'll add in is that, the plan commission did recommend that it goes along State Highway 41, not all state highways, because obviously Highway 64 has a ton of residential on there, that you don't want a 300 square foot light up sign right next to a house.
Mhm.
So whereas Highway 41 is all businesses, aside from, I guess, a couple little things, but.
Yep, so so the pylon signs are restricted to lots along State Highway 41.
I'll second your motion.
All those in favor?
No,
Any opposed? If the two of you want to sign that. All right, number 16 is to discuss 3 public posting locations for the budget hearing. So if you remember back in July, we changed the ordinance because state statute says that that we could do just the website and 1 public location, which we named the town hall. Unfortunately, that is for every instance except for the budget hearing, during which you still need to have 3 public locations. So I guess I'm looking for input. I know we talked about taking those displays down. There was mention of maybe putting one of the displays at the recycling center. So, we could maybe do one of the public places. Golden Sands does not have a bulletin board inside. City Limits does have a bulletin board inside, and I think you said Shell does have a bulletin board inside, right?
so does. Where's that now? K1 or what? Circle K. They got one. You won't power it.
Is that considered town though?
Oh, it isn't.
I don't think the recycling center is a good place, you know, only access for what, 4 hours, 5 hours, twice a
Mhm.
week.
You'd probably get more people seeing it, honestly.
Everybody goes.
You
Well,
know,
I have no problem
but-
if you post it out by the gate.
Yeah,
That
Put
was
back in
it.
the recycling
And
center.
That
that
was one
was-
of Keith's thoughts as well, was maybe take one of those signs and put it outside the gate, like in the driveway a little bit more, so people can get off of Old Peshtigo Road, pull in, look at it if they want to.
Are we creating a traffic problem there? Traffic hazard?
I wouldn't
No,
think so,
oh,
yeah.
I don't think you'd get a whole, I don't think you'd get a lot of people all at once, but. Those were the only places that I could think of if we were going to take those down. I also can, I didn't Wendell say that he wanted one of those at Kowalski Walking Trail? I thought, did one of you tell me that? Somebody?
so what?
I think he told me that.
Did he tell me that? Okay, I heard it from somewhere
What?
to
So
post.
we need to talk to you once on this. We need to talk to our legislature to get that. They allow us to do postings on the website in one other location,
For
except for the budget.
Yep.
Yep.
So we need them to look at that
W-
also.
WTA said that they're working on it, but that was the one that unfortunately they
Didn't
didn't.
get through.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep,
So can we leave our sign posts that are there and just use them for that?
we could.
We can.
Everybody's used to them being there. I'd leave them right where they are
Okay,
till they fall apart and we'll have to take them down.
and
repair.
or until they change the rule and then we
Right.
can, okay.
Hopefully it's.
Right. All right, so I will update the ordinance then to state that when 3 public postings are required, that we will utilize those 3.
Yep, the two in the town hall.
Um. Capital number 18, capital improvement plan, we will have a meeting later this month, Daryl and I. The CDBG HVAC update, there was a pre-construction meeting on September 5th. I was not in attendance, so I don't know if Kayla or Clarence want to give any update on that.
I can report on that. We're moving forward. Hopefully by the end of the month, some concrete work will be going on the outside to get us back in compliance with, our grant. Equipment. Receiving the equipment that they ordered, it looks like it should be done by the end of November. That was a big help. That was, originally it was going into December. And, so we're moving forward. They are aware of the elections in November, that they can't have the place all, the hallway all tore up for the election. I was just talking to, Rebecca, our chief inspector today, about storing those voting machines across the hall in that locked closet out in the hall, just the heads is all it's gotta be stored. And make room for that, and then we can have that, they can have that room as they need it. We have to watch out for what gets piled out in this hallway though, for as far as ingress and egress with combustibles. Were you at the meeting, Tim? The pre-construction meeting?
No.
I don't remember if he said they were bringing a construction trailer on site or not.
His game plan is to actually bring it every day and take it away every day.
Take it
That's
away
their
every day.
plan. Obviously, getting into winter, it could look a little bit different, but the plan thus far is that they'll just bring it and take it every day.
Yeah. So. That's where it's sitting right now anyway,
Okay,
and they said they wouldn't bring no dumpster in or nothing, that they would haul everything away every day. All the rubbish. So it looks like we're gonna get started on it. I hope it gets going this next month, really hot and heavy, and we get the HVAC update. And they also are gonna be removing all the air conditioners and all the heating system in here that are in each room. They said those are part of the contract to remove them also. They will be removing them. What they're gonna do with the walls, I'm waiting to see.
okay,
That- I think the election room. We might have to take a look at that because some of that wall has got plaster failing along that outside wall, so when those units are removed, we might have some construction work to do there. That's not part of the job. So we'll look at that going forward. Any questions on any of it? I thought the pre-construction meeting went quite well.
good,
They were really thorough and good.
okay. Ordinance policy review, committee, we had a meeting last week. So up for approval is in your packet, starting on page 11. this is an ordinance that we had actually updated earlier this year. The committee felt that on page 12, when addressing the board, allowing the town clerk, treasurer, road foreman, building inspector, the constable, fire chief, and Clarence had actually recommended including the assistant fire chief, that they would not have to seek permission, that they would be allowed to. So I would make a motion that we change it to what's written, but add, fire chief / assistant fire chief.
We do need one at a time.
Yeah,
I move.
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? If you're gonna sign that. We'll have Tim sign that one. On page 13 is the next one, section 2170. You have Clarence sign this one. Clarence, can you sign that one? So section 2170, we're just basically removing the oath from the ordinance and, referring to the statutes that indicates what the oath, should read. I make a motion that we accept as written. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Which you can both sign that. Okay. And then, section 2175, the legal review, they actually recommended removing this entire section regarding driving town vehicles and said that it had a better place in a personnel policy, which the committee agreed with. And so, I make a motion that we remove it with the intent of including it in the personnel policy, when that section gets updated. All those in favor? Any opposed? In section 202, this is regarding the town clerk finance book. We don't technically have a finance book, so just kind of reworded it to fall in line with maintaining finance records in conjunction with the treasurer. And then also under, on page 19, under number 17, crossing out a lot of that and just quote, referencing the two statutes. I make a motion that we approve as written. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And then, the last one, qualifications, this was about the town assessor. We just felt that it was a little weird to say that the town assessor is appointed for an indefinite term of office, when elsewhere in the Code of Ordinances, it says 3 years. Also, stating that basically saying that the town assessor doesn't need our permission to work for another municipality, so we wanted to remove that part of it. So I make a motion to approve as written.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? You can sign that. Clarence for this one? Either one of you to sign that. All right, number 19, buildings and grounds.
Yeah, busy.
Come on,
Buildings
Tom.
and grounds. Talked with, the roofing company. He's gonna check his schedule and see if he's got enough work, he's not interested in doing that roof until after the HVAC is all in. And if that's gonna be the case, he will come by and make sure the roof is good for the winter, the integrity of the roof. And he's also gonna send an email to Kayla, so stating that, and there may be a slight increase in our contract with them going forward. He's gonna put that all in an email, so we have it on records, and Jody has it for the ARPA by the end of the year, of exactly what's going on,
Okay,
so that's getting taken care of.
anything
Any
else?
questions?
I don't have any questions.
I do not think our plumber yet has started on, repairing, the women's bathroom, so as soon as he gets some time, he'll be at that.
Yeah, it's on his books.
All right, anything else?
Nope.
Recycling center?
On August 29th, we had a DNR audit out of recycling center. And not much, I guess, to talk about that other than she said it was very clean, everything was marked, sorted properly. And obviously, due to the workers out there keeping everything clean when things could be blowing all around, she was impressed with that. Couple things we're gonna look into is a little bit better documentation of so put some batteries and lamps, and that was all she had for us. So waiting to hear back from her on proper ways of documenting that and some recycling policies, and that was all.
Okay. Roads and ditches.
Nothing. Just the bids.
Do you want to talk about Green Gable Road?
No, that's city.
Well, but we got the letter saying that they're doing it.
There's nobody here.
What are you doing?
So tell him, he doesn't know what's going
We're
on.
doing Great Gables Road is getting done by the city
Oh,
of
that's
Manhattan.
good,
$218,000.
for that little piece, they put in curb and gutter.
Curb and gutter up by the corner. They're doing a 40. Should
So
be
that'll tie
done,
into ours.
right. Should be done. I gotta go look at it, cause they might. I don't know if it depends where they're gonna stop, we might have to have them go another 10 or 20 feet.
Oh, yeah, let's get it, don't leave a piece in the middle.
Well, I mean, it just kind of depends
Yeah.
where they're gonna stop, you know?
Tell them they can't stop there. They gotta
Well, I
go.
told them they had to go to the
Gotta
culvert, so,
reach up to us.
but yeah, 218 grand. That's not even.
For a quarter mile.
Yeah, 40. So we're gonna have to raise everybody's taxes probably.
We did get two companies bid for the road project, and looks like 3 bids out of 2 companies, so if you'd like to go ahead and.
You didn't open them?
Nope, it's
Very
sealed,
good.
currently it's sealed bid, so. Do you want me to rip them open?
You haven't
for you?
opened them.
I don't, I have.
Is it in
fingers,
your,
so
it's not in your one? I
I-
used to have one in there.
I don't know.
Should have one.
Used to have a knife in there. There you go, get in that one.
I got it.
Oh, Randall, I didn't know you go.
This one will just give right to Jody.
Certificate of insurance, that's what I'm saying.
Better read the bid, go on.
I know, I'm just looking to see what there.
See if you're gonna pass out.
Okay, Old Peshtigo Road. For the stone, it's 28 grand,
How much?
28,000.
28, okay.
This is from
Um,
Northeast Asphalt.
We were supplying the stone, they didn't do it that way. The pulverizing's 32 grand. Paving. Is 36. Shoulder is 95, total is 107.
But would we have to take off the stone price then? Did you say we're
I don't,
supplying
I
that?
don't, yeah, I don't. I don't get it. No, they're supplying the stone,
Is there a total price?
yeah.
Alright, so
107.
107,
That's for putting it
50
on. It
cents.
says the town to purchase stone separately.
Oh, yeah,
That's for putting it down.
wow. Oh, and the trucking, okay.
All right, so 107, 140, 50 cents.
Plus the stone.
Plus the stone. Grady Road's 49,000 plus the stone.
49,631.
I don't get that. Copy. Well, we can't make our minds up. Other than we don't have the money for that, right?
I would open up the other and see.
Well, the other is not, I don't think this is. Yeah. That's the only blacktop we have.
Oh, okay.
What's the one that you're opening then?
You want to do, so this one's project one.
Auburn Street. I would say the blacktop we have to reject them.
I don't see how we've got the money to do it, but
Well, we'll look at this then we decide. Okay, for the ditching on Auburn, quarter mile, brushing, clean up the roadway, $6,950. Okay. Same one, Carlson, Bonham Edition. East side ditching to 64. We supply the culverts, they do the blacktop and the saw cutting, the gravel, all we are supplying is 4 culverts, I believe. 17,580.
This whole Peshtigo road bed is way over this too, because
Right.
you gotta buy the asphalt.
mhm.
Right.
so was it $28,000?
No, that's for putting it down.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes,
And this has nothing to do with the blacktop.
No.
It's separate.
This is the only one with blacktop. Yeah, so
So Daryl had it figured out on the cheat sheet here.
you
He
can't,
was- I'm just gonna tell you what he had
Yeah.
up for 25,000 taken out of the road maintenance,
right,
and he took $75,000 out of snow and ice. And then, but then you have the $28,000.
That would scare one of them probably.
and we never got a price, they never gave us a price on the blacktop to buy it from them. And I think it's $70-some a ton, there's 1,800 ton, there's no way. It's over like 250, 260.
so look at it for next year maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, and what about the other two?
The other two, I think, cause we got money in the culverts, right, Jody? How much is left in the culverts? Cause the 17,580, we figured on doing more ditching and trees this year. Totem additions been a pain for everybody. And all them, if we don't do it now, it's not that much money, 7 grand. that would probably cost, if you wait another 3 years, that $7 grand will probably cost us 18 grand. Cause the trees will get bigger. Well, Tim's dad's got property out there. You know how big those trees are?
Not all of them, but
Yeah, across the street.
across the street, it's gonna get bigger.
So I'll just make a motion for project one that we accept Carlson's bid. With the exception that I'm gonna go through it with him so he understands what I want.
Okay,
And if he does, then I just need the permission to tell him he can do it. That's my motion.
so you don't want to do project two, or you want to do that one separate?
You wanna do them both at the same time?
Well, I guess we can do that one, that way if it gets
I would
rejected.
think one is proper.
Okay. And that was the lesser of two,
That was Amish. For roughly 7,000.
okay. I'll second that. All those in favor?
Uh,
Any opposed? Yeah, the other bid, we're not
We're
going
gonna
to do
table
that, and we'll look at, maybe,
Next
bringing that to the workshop.
No,
the old
then
Peshtigo
Bonham
right
Edition is 17,580. Same thing, I make a motion that we do it. And with the exception, I wanna go through it,
Make sure that he's on.
cause I talked to the homeowners. And I just wanna make sure everything's up the way I get it. And if it is the way I said it, then, I need the permission to let them do it.
I'll second that motion. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
I'll take all those bids back.
Is any of it? Right, for 13?
No,
And the 28,000 we can
Oh.
still use next year,
next year,
correct?
right.
Jimmer, can I have that other northeast asphalt?
Do we have to do anything with that 28,000 to be able to use it for next year?
We already did.
Okay. All right, anything else on roads and ditches?
No.
Okay. Upcoming meetings, their budget workshop will be Thursday, October 10th at 6 PM. Next regular board meeting will be Tuesday, October 15th at 6 PM. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed?